Welcome students. Now we move on to the next topic called the variables and keywords of Python programming. We know earlier in C language what a variable mean and what is a keyword. A keyword is a reserved word that is reserved for a specific purpose in C programming. Similarly, in Python we have certain keywords that are meant for a definite purpose. In other words, the keyword is a specially designed word that has a definite meaning to the compiler. Of course, whether it is a compiler based language or interpreter based language, the keyword has a definite meaning to the software. So we should not use that keyword as a specialized word or variable in our programming. Similarly, a variable is a collection of characters or is a sequence of characters used to identify some name or variable or some memory location or a constant like that. We see in depth what is a variable and what are the different types of rules we have to follow for creating variables in Python. Earlier we have learned the variable rules in C language. Now we see related to Python. My name is Venugopal, working as Associate Professor in Department of CSC. Now let us see the next concept. Variable. Variables represent memory locations to store values. If the user enters any integer data or numeric data or float data or string data, they must be stored inside the memory before it get processed. So to store the data value entered by the user, we must reserve some amount of memory, and that amount of memory we reserved with some identification purpose is called variable. So variables are containers for storing data values. As we have discussed just now, they are meant for storing data values before or after processing. As the name suggests, variables are meant for modifications. They can be modified at any point of time. Then, creating variables. In Python, unlike our C language, it has no command for declaring a variable. In C language, we use it to declare the variables with a specific data type, like int space a, where a is an identifier used to identify an integer location which gets 2 bytes of memory. But in Python, there is no specific command available for declaring a variable. That means the variables are dynamically created. A variable is created the moment we assign a value. In our C language, we use it to write like int space a. It means that a is a variable of type integer to store any numeric data between minus 32,768 and plus 32,767. But here in Python, there is no specific command available for creating the variables. They are created when we assign a value. Assignment means the equal sign is used to assign the values to variables. See, in this particular case, in C language, we write like a equal to 15. So first we have to create the variable of a specific type like integer or float or double or long integer, and then only we can assign a constant like 15 to a by using the equal to operator. Similarly here, we assign a value to a variable, but the variable is dynamically created when we assign a value to a variable using this equal to sign. Example, x equal to 5. Here x is undeclared variable. There is no concept of undefined symbol in running the execution or running the program. In C language, when we run a program that has a variable which is not defined using the declaration section, then we use it to get a message called undefined symbol x in function main or some other function. Now in this case in Python, here x equal to 5 means x is a variable that is created as integer type when we assign a value 5 to it. Similarly, y equal to CSC enclosed in double quotes means CSC is a string assigned to y. Now print x and print y will print the respective values 5 integer CSC string. So rules for creating variables. Now, what are the rules we need to follow in Python? Let us see. A variable name must start with an alphabet or the underscore character. Unlike in C language we use it to define the rules like the name of a variable must start with an alphabet followed by an alphabet or numeric digit, and a special symbol is allowed called underscore. But here a variable name can start with either an alphabet or an underscore character. We know underscore symbol is a valid symbol in C language, so as in Python. Then a variable name cannot start with a number. This is a common rule as we have followed in C language. Next, a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. That means it can have only alphabets. It can have only alphabets combined with either digits and underscore. Variable names are case sensitive. This rule is followed similarly as we have in C language. Name in small letters, name n capitalized and name completely capitalized are the three different variables. In C language we had a simple rule called uppercase letters and lowercase letters are significant. That means if I declare a variable with uppercase letters, we should use the name of the variable in uppercase only. Similarly, if I use the lowercase letters for creating a variable, then we should use the lowercase letters only. Mixed cases are also allowed, but we should use the same case in the entire program. The reserved words or keywords cannot be used for naming the variables. This is a common rule everywhere we find. Multiple assignments to variables. This is one kind of supportability available in C language, but here it is extended more. Python allows to assign a single values to several variables simultaneously. See, we had written a simple statement like in C language like A equal to B equal to 5. Here it means that 5 is the constant assigned to B first and then the value of B is copied to A. This kind of assignment is also valid in Python. Example, A equal to B equal to C equal to 1. That means all the variables A, B, C are initialized to 1. Whereas here an integer object is created with the value 1 and all the three variables are assigned to the same memory location. Multiple objects can be assigned to multiple variables simultaneously. That means this is an extra feature added to Python. That means you can assign multiple values that too of different to multiple variables using a single statement like this. Look at this. A, B, C is equal to 1, 2.5, CSC. Here 1 is the constant assigned to A. In this case A is created as integer variable. Similarly 2.5 is the constant stored in B. In this case B is created as float type and C will get the value CSC. So C will be considered as a string variable. Integer object is created with value 1 assigned to the variable A. Similarly, float object is created with the value 2.5 assigned to the variable B, and one string object with the value CSE is created and is assigned to the variable C. Unlike C language, always I used to use the same word unlike because we are comparing C language and Python while learning. Of course, if we learn a C language or any other programming language and we are trying to learn any other programming language, we definitely make the comparisons. So here, while learning Python, we always compare with the C language since we know the programming concepts of C language very well. So here, a simple point is that you can delete a variable which is not possible in C language. So the deletion of a variable which is no longer required can be done, like we have done in the case of dynamic memory allocation process using the free function. Free was the function that we used to release the memory allocated to a variable. Similarly, we can do the same process by using del function. Python variables can be deleted using del function. Syntax is del followed by variable name. That means delete variable name. Example, f equal to 1, a variable is created with the name f and is assigned to 11. That is, an integer variable is created. If I use the word del space f, f is deleted. That means you can no longer use f. The next concept we have is the keywords. Already we have seen this keywords concept in C language. Again we see this keyword concept. The words which are predefined by the system compiler or interpreter are called keywords. The keywords are the system defined words. Keywords are also known as reserved words because they are reserved for a specific purpose. Other than that purpose, we cannot use those words. All keywords must be in lowercase because Python is also case sensitive language. We should use lowercase letters for all the words. The keywords are, in C language we had 32 keywords, out of them only 20 or 25 or up to 26 keywords were used, but in Python we have 35 keywords. The list of keywords are false, this is boolean value, await, else, import, pass, none, break, except, in, raise, true, class, finally, is, return, try, lambda, for, continue, and, as, def, from, non-local, while, assert, del, global, not, with, async, elif, which is equal to your else if statement in RC language, if, or, yield. So we have 35 keywords. Out of these, lots of keywords are not there in C language. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, totally 35 keywords are there. The words that were available in C programming were break, else, then we had return, then we had continue in C language, for, next we have while, next we have if. That's all. The remaining words are all new to our programming knowledge. So these words were there in C programming, they are continued. By looking at this, we can easily identify that some of the control statements of C language are valid in Python. That's why we had seen in the features that every C program, a part of Python program can be executed in C language. Now, the next one, identifiers. So what is an identifier? Earlier we had seen this concept also in C language. An identifier is a sequence of characters used to identify something. The identifier will always identify either a constant or a memory location or a function or a variable or a group of statements likewise. Let us see them. A name in Python program is also called as an identifier. Variable name is an identifier, function name is an identifier, array name is an identifier, like that. It can be class name or function name or module name or even a variable name. It can be anything in Python. Example, a equal to 10. Here a is the name of the a is the identifier which identifies a memory location that stores the value 10. Rules to define identifiers in Python. Like we have the rules in C language for identifiers and variables, in Python also we have the rules to follow. The only allowed characters in Python are alphabets. It can have alphabets, both lowercase and uppercase are valid. Then it can have digits 0 to 9. Underscore is valid. And there are more rules to follow. Identifier should not start with the digit. That is one most important point we have considered. Example, 123 dot total is invalid. Total 123 is valid where it starts with an alphabet. That is good. Then identifiers are case sensitive. That means we can use either lowercase or uppercase. So total equal to 10 is one kind of identifier, total capitalized is another kind of identifier. Then print total will print the value 10 and print total capitalized will print the value 999. Then rules to define identifiers are: if identifier starts with symbol underscore, then it indicates that it is private. The concept of private and public we see in class concept. So private means it is useful for that particular block of statements only, like your local variables. If identifier starts with two underscore symbols, indicating that strongly private identifier. The data cannot be accessed by external people or external data or external functions. If the identifier starts with and ends with two underscore symbols, then identifier is language defined special name, language defined, which is also known as magic method. Magic methods. Then see this add. This method is exclusively used for adding matrices. Likewise, then we have one more important concept called comments. A comment is a line of statement or line of code or some textual information which is never recognized by the compiler or interpreter as a valid statement. The single line statements and single line comment entries and multi-line comment entries are possible in Python, as we do not have in C language. In C language, we use the words or the symbols slash asterisk followed by asterisk slash to enter the comment entries. Anything we enter in these symbols is not treated as a valid statement by the compiler in C language. But here we have two different types of comments. One is a single line comment entry. It begins with the symbol hash. Any line that starts with the symbol hash is ignored by the interpreter of the Python. Next, it is started with Python slash symbol, hash symbol, and useful in mentioning that the whole line should be considered as a comment until the end of the line. Suppose if I write here a hash symbol here, then the interpreter of the Python will treat that this entire line is comment and will ignore that line while executing the program. Similarly, a multi-line comment is used to specify comment on many lines. That means, like your C language, we have this. There are different ways to specify the multi-line comment entries. In Python, triple, double quote and single quote are used for multi-line comments. That means 3 double quote symbols are valid, 3 double quote symbols, 3 consecutive double quote symbols and 3 consecutive single quote symbols can be used for multi-line comments. See this. Write a Python program to add 2 numbers is given. Here it is a single line comment entry. The rest of the line after the symbol is ignored as the compiler, as invalid or not to consider as by the compiler. See this. Second one, a equal to 10, assigning value 10 to a variable. This is a comment line or a comment on this declaration or assignment. Similarly, b equal to 20, assigning a value to the variable b. Next, 3 double quote symbols followed by print the value of a and b in a new variable, and 3 double quote symbols closed will treat the entire line as a comment entry and multiple lines can be enclosed. Similarly, 3 single quotes, consecutive 3 single quotes is also a comment line. C equal to a plus b, then print to C. Here note that there is no semicolon symbol in C Python programming. Thank you. For your any doubt clarification, you can contact the contact number 94400111967 or you can write to this mail ID. Thank you very much.